this video, we will demonstrate how to access the Brine Line Flow Control. First, unthread the compression nut from the elbow. Then remove the secure clip that is holding the Brine Line Flow Control elbow in place. Then lift the elbow up and out of the valve body port. The red housing, which contains the Brine Line Flow Control, can slide easily out and back into the elbow as shown. Inspect the O-ring on the elbow for pinching or tears and replace it if damaged. Prior to placing onto the elbow, ensure to apply a light amount of silicone grease to the O-ring and then rethread the compression nut into place. This red housing contains the Brine Line Flow Control. Notice that there's an O-ring wrapped around the housing. If this O-ring is pinched or has a tear, it will require replacement as well. Next, pry the two halves of the red housing apart to expose the tiny rubber flow control. This flow control has a precision drilled hole in the center that controls the amount of water being placed into the brine tank during the refill cycle. There are two sides to the flow control. There's an embossed side with the flow rate stamped onto it, while the other side is smooth and has a beveled hole. As you can see, there are other colors and sizes available, but for this example, a 0.7 gallon per minute flow control is being used. If a replacement is needed, you must use the same color and size. Carefully clear any possible debris from the flow control without damaging the hole. If there's any blockage in this flow control, it will negatively affect the amount of water being placed into the brine tank. Be advised that there's a specific orientation required when reinstalling the flow control into the red plastic retainer. Place the flow control into the housing with a smooth beveled side facing the 7 o'clock position as indicated by the arrow. This orientation is critical to ensure proper water flow into the brine tank during the refill cycle. Then place the other half of the red housing into position, apply a light amount of silicone grease to the O-ring, and place it back into place on the housing. Again, ensure that the beveled side of the flow control is facing towards the 7 o'clock position and then push the red housing into the elbow assembly. Then prior to placing the elbow assembly back into the valve body port, ensure that the port is clear of any debris or buildup. Then push the elbow into position and secure it into place with the clip. Then thread the nut back onto the elbow. You have now successfully inspected the Brine Line Flow Control assembly.
Visit us at www.canaturewg.com.